Welcome to Lunchtime with Liz. This is the card that we'll be creating today. And if you can see this here, look at this paper. I'm going to show you this in just a second because this is honestly new to me. Okay. So let me set that aside. Today I'll be using the stamp set. Let's see. We're going to be using the stamp set Hydrangea Haven, and it is on page 109 of the annual catalog. Right here. And then I'm going to be using, this is new to me. It's been in the catalog since it came out earlier in the beginning of the summer, but I have not used it yet. It's the linen specialty paper. $6, and it's two 12 by 12 pieces. I know sometimes we miss things in the catalog, and clearly I missed it because I just looked through a couple weeks ago and I thought, linen paper, what is that? So I was pleasantly surprised when it arrived. Not only is it linen, so it gives a great texture, but I'm going to show you something else with it in just a minute. So, Hydrangea Haven stamp set and linen specialty paper, and then I'm going to be using Pansy Petals Designer Series paper, and this is in the annual catalog also. You'll see it's already been cut down into bits. So let's get started. This ink that I'll be using, Evening Evergreen and Pale Papaya. So my pieces that I need for today's card, this is Soft Succulent, and this is going to be the card base, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half at 5.5 inches. So Soft Succulent. I need a tiny little piece of Soft Succulent in 3/4 inches by 2 inches. 3/4 inches by 2 inches. I'm using a piece of pattern paper, 2¼ inches by 5¼ inches. Another piece of pattern paper, 1 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then I cut a piece of linen specialty paper, a 3¼ inch square. So 3¼ inches by 3¼ inches. Okay, so those are the measurements for today's card. So I'm going to go ahead and let's start this part first. Let's take this. I'm going to take my card base and let's just get that folded in half first. Remember, the bone folder just gives nice tight creases so your card doesn't flap open. I'm going to take this pattern piece here. And I'm using the Stamp and Seal. I go back and forth between the Stamp and Seal and the liquid glue. One of them is better for other things, and one, depends on what I'm working on, but this is the Stamp and Seal. Press that down. And then I'm taking this smaller piece here. And I just want a little bit of an edge on that side. Okay, it slightly overlaps there. Okay, so that's what we have at the moment. I'm going to pull in the linen piece of cardstock and the Evening Evergreen. I'm going to ink up this large flower. Okay. And I'm stamping right on the linen paper. The texture of it is beautiful. You can really have to see it in person. Some of you who have been to some classes, I started showing it a little bit. But the texture, just adding texture to your card is just gorgeous. Okay. And then I'm going to take the leaves. This is a 2-step stamp, which just means that I stamped the outline. Now I'm going to do the inside. What I'm going to do with this, let me just grab a scrap piece of paper right there. what I'm going to do is I'm going back in with the leaves into the evening evergreen. But I stamped that in evening evergreen, so I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to stamp off the first layer. Oh, I don't like the way that turned out. Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to just stamp off the first layer. And then we're going to stamp it in here. Okay, so this is what we have. And then, let's see. This top one here, this is going to be the flower for the top. Grab the pale papaya. It's kind of fun to say, right? Pale papaya. So these are some of the in colors for this year. If those aren't familiar to you, they're newer colors, so maybe you don't have them yet. But they'd be good ones to add to your collection. Pale papaya. So let's ink up pale papaya. And it's a super light color. Okay, I'm going to stamp that right over top. And there we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, let me show you some magic, guys. This is super cool. All right, this is our linen paper. So not only is it great texture, you'd have to actually see this and feel it, but it's great texture. But look at this. What? I didn't realize this when I got it, and it's super. Look at this. Peel that off, and it's just going to stick where I want it. Yay! Okay, so I'm just going to lay this down. Beautiful. And because it's linen, look at this. You can see right through it. So you see the background, the paper there coming right through. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right, let's grab our little tiny piece. My saying that I have today is, I appreciate all the little things you do. Stamp that there. And then I'm just going to grab scissors and just trim off on an angle. That's all. Of course, we'll add dimensionals on the back. And watch what happened. Well, let's see. Yeah. Well, let's put this right here. You can just move it around wherever you'd like it to be. Let's put it right there. Okay, and there we go. And that's the card for today. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that gave you a little introduction to the linen paper. Add that to your next order because it's really pretty. So that's it for today. Talk with you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.